Many fans have been looking forward to finding out more details about World of Warcraft Dragonflight after Blizzard announced and showcased it back in April. Rejoice now because they finally announced the release date. The interesting thing is that it's coming with a lot of changes that the players have been asking for a long time. Without further ado, here's everything you need to know about the release of the upcoming game. Starting off, wow, Dragonflight finally has a release date. We have some great news for you. Dragonflight developers have finally released a trailer which reveals the planned release date of the game, and that's November 28th, 2022. Yes, we are just a month away. The trailer includes several shots of revamped and new areas of expansion, as well as shows the player utilizing the new Dragonriding feature and some short clips of the new dracthyr race and the exclusive Evoker class. The teaser ends with a call for pre-orders for the game, which also has a collector's edition bonuses. Although most of the game's areas or features have already been revealed fully or partially, still most of the fans just can't wait to get their hands on it. It's true that the franchise has somewhat decreased in popularity. Still, estimates have shown that it supports a fanbase easily in millions, which is an incredible feat for a game that's been running since 2004. We know a lot of you have been worried that the release of the previous expansion Shadowlands was delayed, but so far there isn't any indication of Dragonflight suffering from the same problem. Although WoW has maintained a large player base over the years, several factors have led to the decline in its popularity, including the rise of significant competitors like the extremely popular Final Fantasy XIV. Even though the game isn't in any serious trouble, the new features in this expansion may help it regain its former glory. Whatever the case, there's no doubt that fans will eagerly await the release on November 28th. Moving on, the game will have a new race and class. The announcement of the release date has already got everyone excited, so here are some interesting and new features that'll be introduced into the upcoming expansion. The first thing that's going to please the players is the latest edition that'll allow you to pick a new race, which offers immersion into a whole new world and makes you rethink your entire gaming experience. Yes, the previous expansions had new features in terms of race and classes, but this time it'll be completely different. Let's start with the new race, which is called dracthyr. It consists of animated creatures that resemble both a flying dragon and a human. This race was produced by one of the most powerful black dragons. As you can guess, this will allow the players to turn into a dragon. That's not all. The players will also be able to customize their characters and choose a dragon fight. With a new race comes a new class. This one is going to be called Evoker, but you'll only be able to select it if you've chosen the new race. Creatures of this class will have the characteristics of dealing the damage in ranged combat as well as healing powers. Besides this, everyone will see how dragon nature can manifest itself in conflicts with the enemies. That means the enemies will hurriedly run away from you after you see their flying on powerful wings, and the fact that you can end up with a simple fiery breath. Up next, let's talk about the improved graphics. While you're working on improving your skills to complete every dungeon in the latest expansion of the game at the mythic level, the creators have already promised that the upcoming version will have better graphics. By the way, if you're finding it hard to finish the toughest dungeons, we've got some really good news for you. You can now use the WoW Mythic boost to get the latest equipment as well as the value loot. Besides this, there's going to be a revival of Azeroth, particularly in the older regions. Since a lot of fans enjoyed the picturesque view of the old zones like the Eastern Kingdoms and Northern End, they've been adamant for a long time that they should remain untouched, but you need to understand that the outdated graphics had to go at some point. These areas have stayed unchanged since the game's release, and soon they'll get the much needed revamp. In fact, every model and element will be redesigned to make them look modern. It's still not clear and the results are going to be good or bad. We can only find it out following the release. Last but not least, let's talk about professions and crafting. Ever since the game's release, the issues of professions have received extra attention. Each character works to develop their tools, potions, or enchantments, as well as various other items in order to advance in their chosen profession. Soon, everything's going to change for the better. We're well aware of the fact that the crafting items have been a living hell for players over the years, but once the upcoming expansion gets released, every player will be able to easily obtain the items that they need. You can ask your friends in the game or artisans as well as your teammates to help you create the items that you really need. The best thing is you can also sell your items if you're an expert at crafting. That means that the crafting goods can be a really good way to earn some extra coins, as the cost of each item will depend on the materials and resources you've used. Let's take a look at other exciting news for the gaming world. Starting off, Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy has a release date. After a long wait, Potterheads around the globe can finally rejoice. Yes, the release date of Hogwarts Legacy has been announced on Twitter. See you on February 10th next year. Revealed during one of the last PS5 showcases, it's an open world role-playing game that'll take us on an epic quest to the iconic music of Harry Potter. Initially, it was going to be released at the end of 2021, but it was postponed to early 2022. The release was delayed again to the Christmas holidays of 2022, now we're finally getting it next year. Several sources have claimed that the studios responsible for the development of this masterpiece delayed it so that it could be created under ideal circumstances. From the very first announcements about the game, we were aware that this future blockbuster would also be released on Xbox One, Xbox Series, and PC, but the studio have a little surprise for us back in March. They've announced that the game will also be available on Nintendo Switch. You've heard that right. The fact the logo of the Japanese console has been added to all the visuals and promotional pages of the Avalanche project. Its release date will be different from other consoles as they've announced it on social media pages. Following that, the remake of Horizon Zero Dawn is in the works. It looks like PlayStation isn't slowing down with the remakes of their famous games. Recently, they announced a remake of The Last of Us, and now another for Horizon Zero Dawn seems to be in the works. In fact, several media outlets have reported that the remake is on the way. It's still very unclear if they'll make it completely from the ground up or just give us an updated version. Still, the news is enough to give the fans an adrenaline rush. Besides this, sources have also revealed that there will be better animation, better lighting, and overhauled textures this time. They're also going to create new character models to match those in the sequel of the game, Horizon Forbidden West. Other than graphics, it's also been mentioned that the remake will have accessibility features and quality of life improvements. For the PlayStation 5, the accessibility option will include various graphic modules such as quality, performance, and uncapped performance modes. Obviously, their aim is to benefit from the variable refresh rate of the PlayStation 5. According to the rumors, the purpose of the remake is to update the original version to match the caliber of its sequel. Last but not least, there's a hidden diamond tier in PlayStation Stars. PlayStation's loyalty program, PlayStation Star, will soon be available in the Western countries. Now, some fans have new information that changes what we know about it. Let's start with what PlayStation Stars is. It's a brand new loyalty program that the PlayStation users can join for free once it gets available in other countries. It allows the players to partake in various activities and campaigns that reward points which can be redeemed for prizes. So far, they've revealed that it will have 4 tiers, with the 4th one requiring the players to gather 128 rare trophies. Turns out it might also have a higher tier. Some Reddit masterminds even dug deep into the data mines of the PlayStation app, which reveals there's a possibility of an exclusive 5th diamond tier. And that's a wrap for this video. Are you excited for the release of World of Warcraft Dragonflight? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more amazing and exciting videos. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.